Live? We are live, but no one's there. They're all dead. There we go. Good morning, guys. Gaffs galore here. If it's your first time watching this video, bear with us for a moment because I know you want to take a yoga class, a really cool vinyasa class, and that's what we're here to do. But this was recorded live, and that means anything that can go wrong typically does go wrong. So I'm just getting my other mic mic'd up. Good morning, Andrea. How are you today? Happy April 2nd, everybody. Tragedy today. And when I say tragedy, I'm joking. I'm just trying to provide a little bit of levity to our weird world. But there's my, can you guys, let me just turn the right way. Right there. That's what I call my robot nipple. And now you're really aware of it because this one is silver and I have another one that's black. And I usually wear the black one when I have a black t-shirt on. You can't even tell that I'm mic'd, right? And then I wear the silver one on lighter color clothes, right? Hashtag first world problems. But I lost my black nipple. And it just occurred to me that as I say that, that can be taken wildly out of context. So I just want to be clear, I'm referring to my microphone as my robot nipple, and it broke. So this is a costly operation, guys. You can always throw me a bone right there on the Cash App. So the microphone broke, and I just super glued it like 30 seconds before live, and so I apologize for the delay. But I was literally trying to fix my microphone. So let's do a quick test before we jump in today. And I'm gonna turn on that microphone, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I'm coming through. I think I'm coming through. So give me a shout out if you can hear me on this microphone. And now we're gonna do one other test. We're gonna do another test. This is a first time ever, guys. Day 20 of live yoga. And I think we're gonna be doing live music. So definitely leave me a comment and let me know if the music's too loud. I was definitely trying to play with the settings there before we got started. But happy Thursday. It's Throwback Thursday. And I don't know what that means. It's something that, good morning, Carrie. Throwback Thursday is like an Instagram thing or something. Thank you, Denny. Glad you guys can hear me. So I'm just gonna stick on this mic for right now since that'll be one less thing that I have to switch later. I always feel like I gotta be entertaining and upbeat and really bring it. You gotta bring it. But I was thinking right before we went on that it's kind of cool that these classes are live and I can take just a moment to sort of address what life is like today. It's like a time capsule. So in a year or two from now, when things are as close to back to normal as maybe we can get them, and somebody finds this class on YouTube, they're like, oh yeah, that was a tough time. Because we shouldn't forget it. And a lot of times if you're, I don't know about you, but I've checked out other yoga classes. I'm not gonna be too offended if you were cheating on me and looking at other yoga classes on YouTube, but when they're pre-recorded, then it suddenly feels hollow if we're going through a time like this and the teacher's just like, just breathe in light and breathe out all your troubles. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that it's a weird time, and it's cool that we're practicing and recording this practice in a weird time. So I do want to also mention again and keep mentioning that the smartest thing that we can do is stay out of the way and stay healthy. And I don't know about you, but I watch the news reports every day of the nurses breaking down in tears at the end of their shift, and they just can't handle the amount of work and the risk, and doctors doing everything they can, and it's a lot. So let's feel grateful for our health, feel grateful for the people that bring us back to help, because they're just doing incredibly amazing, ridiculous work. And all you have to do is see that and recognize that, as if we're healthy and there's some food in the fridge, man, we've got it better than 99.99 to infinity% of the people. So I hope you guys are all well. I want to send a shout out to my friend Andreas, whose daughter Bevan had a surgery recently, and she's doing pretty well. So just sending you and your family lots of love. JR, my buddy JR, called me this morning having trouble with his hip, so I was trying to help him out there. You can always drop me a comment and let me know something that you want to know about. If you have a question about yoga or about your body, be certain to hit me up. And let's practice yoga, shall we? All right. Look down at the long edge of your mat. Step your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Point your toes out at the corners of your mat. Bend your right knee. Stick out your butt. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee. Stick out your butt. And side to side. So I do want to, Denny, you could help me out since you're always watching and listening. I can't hear the music because it's going through the soundboard. So I just want to make sure, if somebody could let me know, that you can hear the music, but you can hear me over it. Like I said, I did test for that. Just keep pushing your butt back, bending your knees one at a time. And now see if you can make swirls. So legs are straight. My butt goes back almost till I fall off the heels. Right knee bends. Pelvis comes forward as the left knee bends. And we're just trying to stir the pot of the stimulus package. Just stir that pot. Yesterday was a good class if you want to go back and look for that, although the sound did cut out right when I stepped onto my mat, and I was worried a lot of people didn't tune in and watch that one out of fear of the mistake. And step your right foot to the top of your mat so that we're facing the short edge. And, oh man, guys, hold on one second. I've got a big problem here, and I'm fixing it right now. What a rinky-dink operation this is. That should be a lot better. Okay. I'm really having trouble with something else today. There we go. Okay, cool. Look down at your feet, point your toes straight forward, bend your knees, stick out your butt, reach your hands forward, and pull your groin back. Make sure you've still got some weight in the front of your foot, albeit most of it's in your heels. Go ahead and rise up. Reach your hands up into the air. Oh, God. I still got that on, don't I? Slide your thumbs over the ears. Fingertips wrap around the skull. Lift your elbows while you hold your head. Pull the groin back, slowly hinge forward, and place fingertips on the floor by bending your knees as much as you need to. And even if you bent your knees, if you don't have the range of motion to get down there, place your hands on your knees, place your hands on your thighs. If you can stand, even if you can't stand, try to just bend forward and touch your shins or your knees or your toes or the floor. Walk your hands over to the right, push into your right heel. Walk your hands over to your left and push into your left heel. Walk your hands back to center, place them on your knees, stick out your butt, and rise up with a straight back. Slide the thumbs over the ears again. Lift your elbows, look up at the ceiling, pull your groin back. And now keeping your hip bones facing forward, slowly turn your elbows to the right. Think of like a gun turn on a battleship. And now come back to center and turn your elbows to the left. So your left elbow did not move away from your right elbow. They're still close to your nose. Come back to center. Reach up as you straighten your legs, fold forward, and touch a part of your body that's lower than your hips, whatever that is. Walk your hands over to your left, push into your left foot. Walk your hands over to your right and push into your right foot. Come back to center and slide your left foot back. Lower the left knee. Press your chest forward. Just keep pressing the pelvis towards the top edge of your mat. Your right heel might lift. And now we're slowly going to push back, slide the hands back. It might be too uncomfortable to sit on the back foot. Just know that you can always slide your foot forward and pull your hip back without sitting down on that foot if you don't have range of motion at the hallux, or if it's difficult to sit down with your toe pointed because of the ankle, whatever the case may be. We're just trying to straighten that right leg right now. And we're going to come forward, step back, do a push-up, all the way to the floor, guys. Here's how I know you're all the way to the floor. Lift your hands. Okay, now place your hands on the floor, pull your groin off the floor, and push your chest off the floor. And if you can't lift your groin off the floor and push, lower your knees. Right here, my knees are down, my groin is up, and I push. Press back into down dog or crouching cat. Spread your fingers, grip the floor, and bend your knees a little bit. You're trying to push the top of your thighs away from the top of your mat. And your feet are trying to slide your mat backwards out from under your hands. Lift your right leg up and step to the top. Reach your right hand up into the air. Look up at your right thumb. Your left knee can be down or lifted. Reach down and step your left foot forward. Place your hands on your knees, breathe in, and then touch the floor. I want you to feel like you can bend over and fold forward as much as you like without grabbing your legs and pulling. Rise up and fold forward. Reach down, touch your mat. Lift your right leg up. Step it all the way back. You can go knee down or knee lifted and chest forward. You're just trying to press your groin, your stimulus package, towards the top edge of your mat. And then we pull the hips back. Again, place a pillow or a block underneath your butt cheek. Point your toes if that's more comfortable. If you can't sit on your right foot, just bring the left foot forward and just press the heart like you wanted your heart to cross a finish line that your foot was about to step across. Come forward, step back, lower your chest to the floor, push, press, crouching cat or downward facing dog. And if you're looking down and you're like, I don't know what crouching cat is, if you're in downward facing dog, bend your knees a little bit. And you're in crouching cat. Lift your left leg up, step forward. Reach your left hand into the air. Look up at your thumb. Right knee can be down or lifted. Steady breath. Reach down, step forward with the right foot, hands on the knees, back is flat. Touch the floor, fold forward as much as you like without grabbing your ankles and pulling with your arms and shoulders. Rise up. Hinge forward. Just a little bit faster now. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, step back. Inhale, chest forward, knee down. Exhale, hips back, right leg straight. Come forward, breathe in. Step back to a push-up. Press, and step your right foot forward. Reach your right hand up, look up for your thumb. As you reach down, step forward. Hands on the knees, breathe in. Touch the floor as you breathe out. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg lifts into the air. Exhale, step back. Inhale, knee down, chest forward. Exhale, pull the hips back, straighten the left leg. Come forward, breathe in. Left foot back, lower down, push up, step the left foot forward again. Reach your left hand into the air, breathe in. As you reach down, step forward. Hands on the knees, inhale. Touch the floor, look behind you, breathe out. Rise up, inhale. Let's do it again. Exhale, fold forward. Lift your left leg, breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Knee down, chest forward, inhale. Push back, straighten the right leg. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, right leg back. Lower down. Push up and step forward. Reach your right hand up. Reach down, step left foot forward. Hands on the knees, breathe in. Touch the floor, look behind you, breathe out. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step back. Inhale, knee down, chest forward. Exhale, pull the hips back, left leg straight. Come forward, breathe in. Left foot back, lower down. Push up, step forward. Inhale, left hand high. Reach down, step to the top. Hands on the knees, breathe in. Grab your ankles, pull down, breathe out. Inhale, rise up. Last set, guys. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Knee down, chest forward, inhale. Exhale, push back, straighten the right leg. Come forward, breathe in. Right leg back, lower down. Push up, step forward. Inhale, right hand high. Reach down, step to the top. Hands on the knees, back is flat. Touch the floor, look behind you. Rise up. Last one. Exhale, touch the floor. Right leg lifts, breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Inhale, knee down, chest forward. Exhale, left leg straight. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, left foot back. Lower down, push up, step forward. Left hand high, breathe in. Reach down, step to the top. Hands to the knees. Exhale, hands to the floor, look behind you. Stay here. Toe heel your feet wider. And look at the short edge of your mat behind you. Let your arms hang. Let your head hang. Bend your knees. Place your hands on your knees. Straighten your spine, lift your heart. When your spine is straight, straighten your legs. Nicely done, guys. Step your feet in so your heels are underneath your sitting bones and your toes are pointing forward. Slide your thumbs over your ears and hold your head. Lift your left knee. Now point your left big toe down as you lift your left knee up. Bend your right knee slightly and begin to lift your elbows and look up at the ceiling. Now, if you haven't fallen out of the pose yet, keep lifting your heart, pulling your groin back. If you have fallen out of the pose, you're still a good person. Pull your groin back and release. Plant your left foot. Reach your hands into the air. Hinge forward, touch the floor. Lift your left leg, breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Reach both hands up. Anjaneyasana. Punk rock mohawk. Let's go to the side camera. This is your mohawk. It's your two hands combined with your fingers spread wide apart. Looks like a punk rock mohawk. So from the heel of your hand to the tips of your thumbs, place that on the top of your head. Keep your elbows close to your nose, look up. Lunge into your right knee, but pull the right hip back. Lift the left heel and push down, dig into the ball of the left foot. Make sure there's weight in the right heel without taking it off entirely the right forefoot. It should feel like your right foot is holding your mat down. Slowly come forward. Left hand to the floor. Right hand to the sky, right leg straight, left knee bends. Open up the right hand like you were about to drop a microphone, or you just did. Can you lift the left heel higher? Can you straighten the right leg more? Who knows, but try. Release. Walk your hands 180 degrees to your left. So now you're facing the short back edge of your mat. Plant your hands, step back, and lie down on your belly. We're doing a little cross core. Slide your hands forward. That means we're literally going to work across the core. And remember, the core is much more than your abdomen. Much more than your abdomen. Lift your left hand. Push down into your left knee. Lift your right leg up. And now push down into left knee and right palm. Release. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders again. Remember, leave your knees on the floor as leverage if you need to get your groin off of the floor and keep it off the floor while you push your chest off the mat. Then you can lift the knees and press back into down dog or crouching cat. Spread your fingers and try to slide your mat forward with your hands and backwards with your feet, like you're literally going to stretch more length into your mat. Lift your right leg, step forward, lift your left leg, standing splits. Left leg straight, left hand on the floor, right hand reaches right, and slowly turn your chest to the right without your left hip sinking. So keep lifting your left outer hip, right where you would slide change into the pocket of your jeans. Lift on that left side while you reach up with the right hand. Reach down and step to the top. Hands on the knees, back is flat, and then the legs go straight. So now we're facing the other side of the room, and we're going to start that whole bit of madness over, all right? So slide thumbs over the ears, full skull. My fingertips touch, but note please, my fingers don't weave. You're not being arrested if you don't do this right. So we want fingertips to touch. It almost feels like you're creating a skeleton of a swimming cap and placing that on your head. Now, lift your right knee, point your elbows forward, hold your head and begin to lift your chin with your palms. Pull the groin back and bend the left knee a little bit. Look up at the ceiling. The groin goes back and the heart goes up. And it's almost like you're creating your own trust fall. Plant your foot, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg lifts. Step back. Reach both hands up. Join your palms. Create a big number 5, and then glue another one to it. And then place your thumbs right where you would place where the button on a baseball cap is. Keep your fingers spread, lift your elbows, look up. Straighten the right leg. Lift the right heel, lunge into the left knee, pull the left hip back. your belly tightens not because you engaged your abdomen, but because the skin of your belly is stretching over those muscles like the skin of a drum. Slowly come forward. Right hand to the floor. Left leg straight, right knee bends. Reach your left hand out to the left. Press into your left big toe. Try to hold your mat down with your right foot. Try to slide your mat forward with your left foot. Keep turning. Release. Reach down. Walk your hands 180 degrees to your right. Plant your hands. Step back. Down on your belly. Slide your hands forward and hold the floor down with your palms. Lift your chin and chest so you can see your thumbs on the floor. Lift your right hand. Place that right hand back down. Did you feel it? When you lift your right hand, your weight shifts to your right foot. Press into your right knee and lift the left leg. Point the left big toe. Push down into left palm, right knee. You're trying to get your groin and your hip bones off of the floor. And slowly release. Slide your hands underneath you. Push and press. Step your feet up just a hair closer to your hands and bend your knees and try to push your butt over the back edge of your mat. Lift your left leg and step forward. Lift your right leg. Reach your left hand left. Keep the right hip lifted. Push into left heel. Collarbones away from the left thigh. Point the right big toe. Draw the left ribs back. Keep the right hip lifted. Reach down, step to the top. Lift halfway up, hands on the knees. Touch the floor, look between your legs. Rise up. Woo! Oh, we're having a good time. Step your feet apart. Turn to the long edge of your mat to your right. And bend the knees. Point your toes at the corners of your mat. Hands on the inside of your thighs, right here. Stick out your butt. And now reach the right hand to where your left hand is. Reach your left hand up and over. And as you reach to the right with your left hand, your right hand wants to come off your knee. Bend your left knee, pull it back, and try to keep your right fingertips touching your left inner thigh. Keep reaching to the right with the left hand and release. Rise up. Slide the heels out. And place your hands on the floor. Catch your breath. Plant those hands flat like the foot of columns. And your arms are the columns themselves. Create a sturdy structure with your arms and your legs to support your spine parallel to the floor, like the ceiling that is held up by columns. Just slow your heart. Slow your breath and your mind. Take this opportunity to feel stable and grounded. It's very difficult to practice without being mindful of all of those medical professionals. Rise back up. Turn your heels in so your toes point back at the corners of your mat. And if they have any respite at all, it's brief, and then they are wicked back in the fight. So a lot of times I'm bringing in the difficulty that we're witnessing into my practice, and just feel for those people, because then I just want to practice just a little bit harder. I want to stay a little stronger and a little healthier, like I said, so I don't get in the way. That's my goal. That's my prayer. If you know me, I'm not a religious man, but you know, there's the thought that Iyengar, I believe, the asanas are my prayers, he said. All right, here we go. Now place your left fingertips where your right fingertips are, and reach your right hand up. And reach to your left, but keep your fingertips touching your right inner thigh as you try to pull your thigh off of your left fingers. Then draw your right thumb back and keep reaching. And release. And plant your hands. Slide your heels out. And then step your feet a little bit closer to the short edges of your mat. But unlock your knees and try to pull your inner thighs back. Push the floor down with your fingertips and your palms. If your hands were on sand, you'd be clawing your fingertips into the sand. So heel your feet back in, all the way in. Okay, you can squat down to the heels. And this is a perfect place to bust Bakasana, and you can always go ahead and turn to the short side of your mat to your left. And plant those hands flat, slide the hands back to the big toes. Keep the groin heavy, the butt heavy. Clamp the knees under the shoulders. Lean forward and pick up your feet. Plant your feet. Walk your hands back. Keep your butt off the floor. Fingers are pointing at your feet. Try to push your knees over your toes. You're trying to get your knees to the top edge of your mat. And that's going to give us a nice lengthening in the anterior delt. And then pull your hips back and sit between your thumbs. Bring your knees together. And lift your feet off of the floor. If you can, hold your legs and straighten them. And if you can keep your legs straight and let go of your legs, do that. Keep lifting the heart. And plant your feet. Plant your fingertips, knees over toes. And we're back at the top of the mat. So I thought we could use Bakasana as a touchstone today. But we're going to go into some other options too. But before we do that, we're going to stop and do a triangle. So go ahead and rise up, step your feet, turn to the long side of your mat. Turn your right foot out. Lean to your right leg. Place your right hand on your shin. Push your shin into your hand so your right knee's unlocked. Reach your left hand up and try to lift your left hip up to your left hand so your left side body is tightening. Now, if you can go a little further, take your hand off of your right shin and place the back of your hand on your inside of your calf. You can slowly slide your hand down towards your ankle and the floor with every exhale. You can stop whenever you like. But what I want you to focus on, it's a little bit strange here, but it's going to help prepare us for a different arm balance. Squeeze the hell out of your left glute. Squeeze your left glute. Push into the right heel. Pull the collarbones over the right foot. squeezing the left glute. Long hold. Keep breathing. We don't know how long the pose will last because the pose is a metaphor for life, and we don't know how long our troubles could last. And unlock the right knee if it locked out. Push into the right heel to lift your heart. And switch sides. Left foot turns out. Right foot turns forward. Paul Brown. I had to get started earlier today, so I went back in time and practiced along with you. I had to come over here real quick to check out the daily outfit. Well, I hope I'm sassy. Thanks for leaving a comment, Paul. Guys, this is totally interactive. Leave me a comment. Let me know how much this sucks. Or if you like it, that would be nice. That's cool too. Reach out with your right hand. We're doing triangle on the other side. I can't hear that music, guys. I hope you're liking it. I hope it's... If it's annoying my brother, then I'm doing a good job. If you can take your left palm off your shin and turn the back of your hand to your calf, push your calf into your hand. Try to lift your right hip to your right hand. Karen. What's up, Karen? Karen's my girl. She's gonna be my next yoga supermodel when we get back to doing our demo series, which has been shut down, and I'm not complaining because you just have to turn on the news for 5 seconds and you can see a whole world of people hurting worse than us. Now squeeze the hell out of your right glute and push into your left heel. Squeeze right glute, push into left heel, because these are the same instructions I'm going to give you in a minute in a different pose. Squeeze the right glute, push through the left heel. Now slowly rise up. All right, what did Karen say anyway? Sassy pants. I am sassy pants. And here's the last thing that I want to tell you before we do a big, dumb yoga pose, is that we're about to reach 200 subscribers, which is nothing in the world of YouTube, but it's a big deal to me, and it helps us grow, and helping us grow in a time when a yoga studio can't function is important. So please let people know about these yoga classes. Leave us a like, leave us a comment. I'm doing all that stereotypical YouTube shit. Hit the notification bell and get other people to subscribe, because when I get 200 subscribers, I'm gonna turn back here. When I get 200 subscribers, I'm going to wear my full body teddy bear. You know, the Ted the movie? I have a Ted outfit, and I'm gonna wear that when I get 200 subscribers. And then when I get 300, I'm thinking we're gonna do like a Spartan, you know? This is Sparta. All right, squat down. We're gonna go back into Bakasana with some leg variations. So, plant the hands, lift the heels high, clamp, knees on the shoulders. I'm gonna show you how to get into this, and then you can work on it at home, okay? Clamp the knees onto the shoulders and lift the feet. The first task is to try to pull the left knee off of the arm, like so. And it might drop to the floor. If it drops to the floor, all you're trying to do is prevent it from dropping fast, okay? Like a glass breaking, you're just trying to slow it down, all right? Let's try that again on the other side. Slide the hands back, lift the heels high, grip your mat, lean forward, clamp knees on the shoulders, and then take right knee off of your arm. Drop it to the floor as light as you can if you can't keep it hovering off the ground. So, next step would be If you're taking the knee off and it's hitting the floor every time, you keep doing that repeatedly until your knee can hover and not hit. The next task would be to come into Bakasana, lift the feet, take the knee off, and put it back on. That's fun, right? Try that on the left side if you tried it on the right. And woo! America, I'm feeling this today. Squeeze the knees in, take the knee off, oh God, put it back on. Oh, I'm losing my game a little bit. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And so anytime I see something, oh man, I used to be able to do that. But that's why my practice, I think, tends to skew a little bit more towards the older crowds now, because this is tough work, guys. But if you want to try this, if you know this at home, let's see if we can bust a counter vinyasa. So let's squeeze the knees in, take the knee off, kick the foot back, and squeeze the left glute while you push through the right heel. Squeeze the left glute while you push through the right heel. And I can't breathe when I'm talking and doing that. Holy cow. Holy crap. Holy crap. I sound like Jimmy on South Park. All right, back onto the balls of your feet. Plant the hands flat. Spread the fingers apart. Remember, create a big base for your columns. The elbows are reaching for the big toes. Squeeze the knees into the shoulders. Take the right knee off. Extend the right foot back. Kick the left foot through. Squeeze the right glute. Push through left heel. Squeeze the right glute. Push through the left heel. And I'm going to pass out if I try to talk anymore while I'm doing that. There's a girl that's like 22 years old with another YouTube channel, and she could do that and probably sing you a song. But thanks for being here if you're watching this. Now those hip flexors, woo! Plant your hands, slide your right foot back. Slide your right foot back further so it's off your mat. Reach your right hand up to the ceiling. And then reach forward. And then draw your right thumb back. You're going to try to touch your thumb to the wall behind you. If your right heel was touching a wall, you're trying to touch the same wall with your right hand. Release. Knees to knees. Slide the left foot back. Slide your left foot back further until it's off your mat. Left hand reaches up and we turn the chest. Keep the chest turned. Reach left hand forward and then over your head. Now your left thumb is trying to touch the same invisible plane that your right heel is touching. Release. Left hand down, left knee to right, cross your ankles, take a seat, and extend your feet forward. Hands on your shins. Try to lift your heart. Don't try to pull yourself down to your knees or to the floor between your thighs. Just grab the lowest thing you can without having to lunge forward. This is motor control. Where can you place your hands without momentum? Grab there and just hold there and lift your heart up and push through your heels. Slide your hands back and keeping your legs straight, lift your butt off the floor. Push your heart to the ceiling while you try to plant your feet flat without bending your knees. Lower your glutes. slide your knees apart, bring the soles of your feet together. Hold the toes, again, lift the heart up. Push the knees down. Come into Sukhasana. Left foot in front of your groin, right foot in front of that. Ankles are not crossed. Walk your hands forward. Lower the elbows and let your head rest. Step your right hand right, then left hand follows. Right hand steps, left hand follows. Until your heart is close to your right knee or hovering over it. And then place left hand on top of right. Push your right hand down with your left hand. Walk your hands back to you, rise up. And switch your legs. Right foot in front of the groin, left foot in front of that. Walk the hands forward enough so you can bring your elbows forward or down to the mat, I mean. Rest your head, even if it won't rest on the floor. Walk left hand left, right hand follows. Don't step that left hand so far left that you can't place your right hand on it, but make it challenging. Then push left hand down with right hand. Walk your hands back to you. If your butt's not on the center of your mat, slide it there and lie down on your back. Hold your knees in your hands and make circles. Left knee clockwise, right knee counterclockwise. Pull your knees to your chest, in other words, pull them out wide, up towards the ceiling, draw them in. And repeat. Next time you draw your knees to your chest, reverse your circles. So go out, and then wide, forward towards your shoulders, and into your chest. Then out, then wide. Plant your feet, release your knees. Toe heel your feet out to the long edges of your mat. Plant your palms flat next to your hips. Step your feet back as closest to your butt as you can without grabbing your ankles to pull. And then bring your heels down into the mat to lift your butt. Bring your knees together as close as you can. And then try to push your knees over the top edge of your mat. Lower your hips to the floor, toe heel your feet in, and let your knees melt to the sides and bring the soles of your feet together. Now push your feet together and push into the edges to lift your butt 2 inches off the floor. And then lower your butt. Plant both feet. Slide left leg straight. Draw your right knee towards your chest. Left hand reaches for it and guides it across. Turn your right palm up and turn your head to look into your right open palm. Plant your right foot, plant your right palm down. Slide your left foot back, slide your right leg straight. Scoot your hips slightly left of center, and bring left knee to chest. Right hand reaches for it, guides it across. Left hand turns palms up. Turn to your left to look toward your palm. It's important to know your knee does not have to touch the floor. You're just trying to use the floor as leverage to keep your shoulders from rotating with your hips. So rather than try to get left knee to the floor, just try to keep left shoulder on the floor. And work from that perspective. Release. Let go of the knee, plant the left foot. Step your right foot back, scoot your hips to center if they're not there, and you have lots of options. You can just lie down in Shavasana, slide your legs straight, rest your arms at your sides. A more therapeutic version for the hips would be to step the feet back, feet wide to the edges of the mat, resting the knees against each other. For more therapy in the shoulders and neck, you can reach your hands above your head instead of resting them at your sides. You can try this for a minute or two, as long as it feels like it's not incredibly uncomfortable. And once you need something easier, then you just slide your arms to a more restful position, legs too. And you can always sit up into Sukhasana meditation pose. Before we end the practice today, let's just, again, send a little bit of love and gratitude out to anyone on the front line of this fight, and that includes all the checkout clerks and people stocking grocery shelves, and the people driving those trucks, emergency services, doctors, nurses, orderlies, janitors in hospitals. Everyone is trying to fight the fight. Let's take a moment to just reflect on that incredible sacrifice and be inspired by it. Stay healthy and strong, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time.